Hey, what's up, guys? This is what. Ah. Hey, what's up, guys? This is Orig, and this is what nobody has been waiting for, my tier list. So let's get right into it with Bishop. Bishop is good, but only if she's in the good environment, if there are some trees, if people line up, if there are some walls. So even though like she can be S tier and depending on the position, she's not reliable and not consistent. So I'm just gonna put her on B tier, alright? Brawl, it's simple. Lemur plays him. He's S tier. No, more seriously, this guy has a lot of abilities. He has CD reduction with his ult. He has a lot of things, right? He becomes invulnerable. He has a hook. He has 3 dashes. He has like 4 abilities in his right click, and like in a passive that's completely OP, right? This guy is just S tier, no doubt about it. He's very strong. Next list, my buddy's main. I'm sorry to break it down for you, but if it is not in scrims or high elo, she's kind of useless. But since she's very good in higher helos, when there's a little circle and people are not engaging as stupidly, she becomes a very good counter engage tool. And even sometimes, which is kind of tricky, you can engage with her, but I don't recommend it. I don't personally like it. So I'm still gonna put her on B tier because higher elos, I think it's better. Illuminax, our little bunny. The little bunny is kind of not that good, you know. She can pick up people, but if you don't let her pick up, like, it's very easy to punish. And for in higher elos to pick up a wisp is not that easy, right? Even more now the Hudson is like kind of nerfed and stuff. Like maybe if she plays around the oath, that's good, but it's like very comp dependent, I think. And so I'm gonna put her at B tier, I think. Yep. Now Felix. Felix is my main. I love Felix, but it's kind of similar with Bishop. He depends a lot on his environment and the position where you're gonna fight, right? If you have a flank with him, he's very strong. You know, you can catch people off guard, get an R, Q, stack your shield, become immortal. Like it's very fun, right? But if you cannot flank, he's kind of useless. He's gonna stand in front of the people and not have any range. He's gonna get poked out. So I'm gonna put him B tier because he can still do some stuff, and I have a special place in him in my heart. I don't have a special place in him. Okay, that's kind of weird actually. Next is Ghost. Ghost C tier. 1 dash. I think if he had a second dash, Ghost would be better. His R is nobody gets hit by Ghost R. Like you gotta be bad at the game. His Q, I mean, it's good, but it's not game breaker either. So he's pretty much like an auto attacker turret, right? He's gonna just auto, and that's it. So nothing crazy, no utility, nothing crazy. Just C tier. I don't like him. Hudson, pre-nerf, best hunter in the game, no doubt about it. But now that he's been nerfed, I'm gonna put it on A tier, which might even go down to B tier. It's just that I have not get into a lot of games with Hudson, so I don't have a lot of info after the patch, after the nerf. Sorry. So yeah, I'm just gonna put him A tier since he does a lot less damage. He has a lot more. He has 1 dash now. The cooldown before you can put down the wires is higher now, so that's kind of huge too. The range went from 1400 to 900 for the wires too. Like he had a lot of nerfs. You know, he really got kicked in the ass like very, very, very strong, right? So I'm gonna put him on A tier. Jin, I don't like Jin. I'll do it last. Joel, it's either you're a good Joel and people disrespect you a little bit and let you stack your autos and it's gonna be S tier, or you can create space and people will respect it, and then she becomes kind of useless, right? Because she only has her autos and her dash. Like the rest, the Q not really that strong. The right click, like it's not game breaker. I think like she really plays around her dashes and the damage from it, right? From resets and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna put her on S tier because I mean I think she's strong. You know, it's just my opinion at the end of the day. And Kingpin, it's my second main. This guy, nobody does it like him. All right, he creates space and creates a threat that nobody else can in the same way. You know, he's the only one who has hooks, um, and he can just have his CD walk up and people will back down. You know, depending on the comp and the position, of course. But I think he's very strong. And actually, one more thing about Kingpin is that he's not. People say like, oh, let's play around Kingpin hooks, wait for a hook, play around him. But I don't think that's how he's supposed to be played. I personally think you need an aggro comp with Kingpin, like a Brawl, a Zeph for healing, you know, and maybe Noth or I don't know, like Shiv, just because his Q is what you're really gonna be like trying to play around. You know, his Q ult, his dash level 3, which is what I play when you can reset your powered autos. He has a lot of stuff, does a lot of damage, and he's strong. So S tier for Kingpin. Myth. Myth, I think, is hitting OP. I'm gonna put it on A tier, but I would not be surprised if she went up on S tier when people get the hang of her, because she does what Hudson does, which is with her Q. She has like the zone where you cannot really cross. If not, you get one shot. So she has a lot of terrain control, let's call it. She's very hard to catch. She has 2 dash that goes through wall. She has an ability that pushes back enemy. She's very hard to catch, right? Not too good to chase though, right? So you gotta be aware of that. But I still think she's very strong. I'm gonna put her on A tier for now. Oath got a little bit of a nerf. I'm not exactly sure. I think it was like his shield regeneration got nerfed with the healing or whatever. I don't play Oath, right? But I still think he's very strong, even though he got nerfed. I'm gonna put him on A tier because nobody does stuff like Oath, right? He can insta win fights just by acknowledging the position that the enemy are mistaking, right? Like if they're mispositioned, Oath is gonna dash R, separate the fight, and create an advantage in numbers, right? You're probably gonna play like Oath and is gonna push back the other 2 enemies while your team kills the other 2s, right? So he's very strong. I'm gonna put him on A tier. Now Shiv. I used to think Shiv was S tier, but I've started playing her because I had a hard time against her, and I realized she's just A tier. You know, she has 2 roles in my opinion. She's either gonna get some poke with her dash when people are mispositioned, or she's gonna try to engage the backline when enemies don't have a lot of CDs and they don't have their dashes. She's gonna just pretty much Q R and it's gonna give her 2 more dashes with empowered autos and try to kill people, right? It's very hard to deal with because she's very mobile, has a lot of movement speed, so stunning her will not be easy, and she's very strong once she's in the backline. So still doable to deal with her, because if you don't give her that engage and you don't get poked with her shift autos, if she misses also, like she doesn't have the resets cooldown, so she becomes kind of useless. Yeah, it's kind of high risk, high reward type of champion, which is why I don't think it's consistent as a hunter. So I'm gonna put her on A tier. Shrike D tier, no nothing to explain here. She's just trash. I don't like Shrike. To do damage with her, she's a sniper. She has a big gun, but she doesn't have any range. I mean, she does have range, but like it's not that it's not good, not enough. I think she should have more range, and I don't even know, more damage on her ult. I don't know. I just don't like her. Only 1 dash is probably the biggest problem, but having 2 dash would be too OP. So I don't know how the devs are gonna fix that. I mean, it's just my opinion, of course. But she's too easy to catch and needs to land 2 autos to actually first auto to stack the passive and second auto to proc it, right? So and that's how she does her damage, and it's too easy to dodge. I don't like Shrike. You stay on D tier. Void. Void is kind of a tough one because I think I'll put a B tier because his ult is very easy to dodge. Like if you just keep a dash against Void, you're aware that he has a dash, that has an ult. Just keep a dash and you'll be fine. It's very easy to dodge, and his stun too. I mean, I don't really get hit by it, right? But maybe some of you have problems, and maybe I'm wrong. Just tell me what you think about him in the comments. But I'm gonna put him on B tier because I don't think he's that strong. Now for Zeph. Zeph is probably gonna be S tier. I mean, not probably. He is S tier. He got nerfed actually recently with his heals going from a CD of like 0.5 to 1.5 in between each heals, which is like a good nerf, but it's not gonna break his character. He's still gonna be OP. And yeah, S tier for him, no doubt about it. He has stuns, he has a lot of damage, he has a lot of mobility. This guy has it all, you know, even though he's a support. If I had to change something on Zeph, it would be his CD on his dash, on his tornado. I would give like 2 more seconds for that because I think he's too mobile for all that he has. He should be easier to catch, in my opinion, if you try to chase him. Yeah, that's it for Zeph. And Jin. Jin is the hunter I need to start playing because I don't really get him. Like he has the ability to one shot people. He is so like he's so slippery. It's so hard to catch him. I'm gonna put him on A tier, but I'm missing information on this guy. I need to start practicing him so I understand him better. Yeah, A tier for this guy. Very all around good champion, I think. And yeah, that's it, guys. I think this tier list looks good. Making sure, yeah. I mean, if you have anything to say, just put it down in the comments. We'll debate about it. But if you're a fan of Shrike, I don't care about your opinion, and you can just click off the video right now. All right, take care.